What is up, YouTube? This is Alucard AFK with another MTGO game with commentary. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Opening hand, Curse of Dust Hold, Swamp. Actually, Plains, Swamp. I was looking at Plains when I said Swamp, but you know what I mean. Isolated Chapel, white and black. Buried Ruin, I can sack and bring artifact back. It also adds one to my mana pool. Symbolac. When he enters the field, I can get a basic land card. When he dies, I may draw a card. And a Sword's Vengeance. Yippee skippy. So, Razor Verge Thicket. So when the Thicket enters the battlefield, tapped, unless you control two or few other lands, you can get a white and a green. So he's a white-green deck. For sure. Got a Swamp. Play another Thicket. And you'll play a Birds of Paradise. Birds of Paradise, incredible card. They reprinted it in 12. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, and it's flying. So it can pretty much avoid most things. Gonna Isolated Chapel. Go ahead and play it. Got a Lingering Souls. Go ahead and play Lingering Souls. Get it out there. He'll play a Forest, and he will tap his Birds of Paradise, a Forest, and a Thicket. 2 Thickets, all Thickets. He'll play a Archon of Justice. 3 colorless, 2 white, flying. When Archon of Justice dies, exile target permanent. Got a Ratchet Bomb. We'll go ahead and flash back Lingering Souls and exile it. So that's 4 Spirit tokens now. And go ahead and play a Ratchet Bomb. And we will put a counter on it. And for those of you who don't know, I can put a charge counter on it every single round. I can sacrifice the Ratchet Bomb and destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on the Ratchet Bomb. A lot of people think it's kind of like Black Sun Zenith or something like that, or some of the other targeted, charge counter cards. This is just equal to the converted mana cost, so you really have to kind of think, and out here he's got 3 colorless and 2 white, so that's a converted mana cost of 5, and that's 1 mana converted mana. And you'll play a Stringerroot Geist for 2 mana. For 2 green, it has haste and undying. I don't really like this card. Don't like anything with undying unless I'm playing it in my mono black deck. So, even though it can die and comes back, and if it leaves and didn't have any 1/1 counters, it comes back with a 1/1 counter, I think. That's how most of the undying cards work. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe Stringerroot Geist doesn't have that ability, because it's not giving me the text for that. So anyway, he swung in. We got down to 18. Okay, so yeah, Undying, when the creature dies, if it had no 1/1 counters on it, return to the battlefield under owner's control with a 1/1 counter on it. So he would come back as a 4/2, which is fine. So we got a Plains. And we will go ahead and play Curse of Dust Hold, which will kill him immediately. It will kill Birds of Paradise, and that's really what I was targeting. Get rid of one of his elite cards there, one of any color. It'll essentially remove the Stringerroot Geist, but then bring him back And then when he comes back, see, this is the funny thing about Curse of Dust Hold. is because Curse of Death's Hold will remove him because it's going to put a 1/1 counter on him, okay? So he will die, but then he comes back. If he had no 1/1 counters on him, or plus 1/1 counters, he'll come back with a 1/1 counter. But when he comes back, Curse of Death's Hold will then add another 1/1 counter on him, so he'll essentially die and just come back. So, which will give us an opportunity to kill him later. For real this time. So I put a charge counter on Ratchet Bomb. And so here comes this Tengroot Geist. Comes back. Like I said, normally it would have a 1/1 counter on it, but it actually does now. Essentially it does. So he can die now. He will not come back. But his 1/1 counter is then negated by the -1 counters of Curse of Death's Hold. So, whoop-de-doo. And we got rid of Birds of Paradise in his hand, so we'll go ahead and swing in with all of our spirit tokens, because like these are essentially just some blockers and some damage, and to really disrupt his other creatures. We really don't care about them. So he'll block it with one of them with Archon of Justice, fine. And since he has, yeah. So, got some damage in. Lost one of the spirit tokens. Oh no. We'll go to 13. Got another Sorin's Vengeance. So we're just essentially ramping up to that right now. I went ahead and played sacked my Ratchet Bomb, which converted mana cost of 2, because there's 2 counters on Ratchet Bomb at the moment. So it will essentially destroy Stringer Geist for good. Goodbye. Do not come back. Couldn't take care of this guy because he's got an unbelievable 5 converted mana cost. Awesome card art, by the way. Really like that. So then we'll go ahead and bring out our Similac, which will give us, when he enters the field, we'll get a basic land card. We got a Swamp, and that, folks, is all we need to play Sorin's Vengeance. We'll swing in, because can't block at this point. And we'll play a Restoration Angel. So when a Restoration Angel enters the battlefield, it's flash, and it's flying. So when Restoration Angel enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature card you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. So this is not an angel. And when Archon of Justice dies, exile target permanent. So which there you go. So basically what he did was he untapped his card so he can then block, I think. So he'll block 2 spirit tokens, and we will say whoop-de-doo. So I brought out a Deadeye Navigator. This was not good news for me. As long as Deadeye Navigator is paired with another creature, each of this creature has 1 colorless and 1 blue. Exile this creature, then return it to your control. Battlefield under your control. So it's a 4/4. So he's got 3/3, a 2/3, and a 4/4. So add those up, that's 7, 8, 9. So a lot of firepower there. And it's all of them are above their... White in general is usually high defense, I think, and low attack. Or at least that's the way it looks in these cards particularly. I mean, it's a 3/3, but that's a 2/3. I've seen a bunch of other ones that are 1/4s and things like that. So he can essentially take me out pretty quickly here. And he's going to actually do that. Can't really... I mean, we could block, lose our guy, you know, negate some damage there, but we'll go ahead and take it. And we got a Sorin Markov. Now, the way I look at this, and I was leading up to this, I could bring a Sorin Markov out and essentially do 6 damage to him with his -3 ability, because it will reduce his life down to 10. But we also do have 2 Swords of Vengeance, which is also, it's going to do 10 damage to him, but it's going to give us 10 life. And right now we have 8 life. So, like I said, he's got damage to take us out here. We will go ahead and play Swords of Vengeance. Don't mind me. Just get my Buried Rune out there. So he'll go down to 6, and we'll go to 18. Oh my, how the tables have turned, my friend. The tables have turned. And so, next turn, unless he can get 4 health, actually 5 health, he will be below 10, and we'll play another Soren's Vengeance and kill him. Didn't even need your Soren. Sorry. We'll use our Vengeance this round. Is that okay? I mean, we already used your Vengeance one time, but I want to use your Vengeance just one more time. Thank you, sir. So we didn't swing in. Been pointless. He'll swing in with all of them, just hoping he can get some damage down. Down to 9. Got a Swamp. So, +2 ability. Could deal 2 damage to him. -3 ability, it won't come into play because that will reduce him down to 10. Don't have time for -7. Wouldn't be be pointless. So, you know, the real play is here is the jumping card, Swords Vengeance, which will end the game on turn 8. So, what'd you think? Boring? Yeah, sometimes they are. A little late in the game? No, turn 8. Turned out pretty good. Wasn't a turn 13 or 27 like some of my other games. Didn't even really record those because those were what I consider boring. So I thought this was fun. Leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And as always, I really appreciate the comments and all the feedback I'm getting. It's helping me become a better player. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, do all that great stuff. We'll see you later next time.